If you're struggling to land high ticket website clients, stop blaming the market. There are businesses investing thousands of dollars into websites every single day. The real difference is that the agencies closing those deals have a system. And in this video, we're going to show you the exact GoHighLevel process for attracting, nurturing, and closing high ticket website clients on GoHighLevel without relying on referrals or getting lucky.
Step one is you need a 10,000 foot overview. I think what happens so often is that people get into this learning loop. And when you get a high level account, it can be slightly overwhelming because there's a lot of features. There's a ton of stuff you can do on this platform, which is why it's so powerful. And so when you get your account set up, right? And check links around this video because we'd love to support you with additional bonuses. This is what you want to do is you want to spend no more than 2 days clicking around in the platform because you want to get paid to learn. So what I mean by that is you're going to create a little sandbox demo account and you're going to click around. Like literally go to all of the tabs, go to the manual actions. What are these? Go to the snippets, go to click on everything that you can think of. Go to calendars, go to calendar settings, create a new calendar, call it a test, right? Understand what advanced settings you can choose on a calendar, right? Just click, click, click. Like you're going to learn more from clicking around in this platform for 1 to 2 days than you will from just watching endless YouTube videos. And so you'll see like, oh, there's forms that we can select on a calendar, right? So click, 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 go around to the sites, check out what the website builder looks like. Try creating a new website, create it from a template, click around. Like this is all you need to do. Even on a store, you could create a new store from a template just to see what is possible, right? You can even look at just the setup steps. That'll be enough to tell you what needs to happen. Oh, we have to manage a payment provider. Just click and don't spend a lot of time. Just go, oh, and then I know you can build forms and you can build surveys and you can build quizzes and you can build a chat widget, right? Oh, this is cool. Let me try creating a new form. Like just click around, click every single menu item, and it should not take you longer than a day or two. And like, okay, cool. This is a course. This is a community, right? These are automation workflows. And just like literally just play around and go, what is this? Create an account that you don't care how messy it gets so that you can actually just see what are the action steps? What can I do? And just let your brain kind of like take it all in. What can I build here? What can I do with AI agents? Oh, cool. I can set up a conversational agent. Let me just like build one for pretend right now. And that's it. That's all you need to do. Like 1 or 2 days, right? Just see what's possible on here. Oh, cool. We can also see their reviews and oh, cool. There's reporting and oh, this connects to Google Ads, right? That's all you need. And then go get paid to learn. Like that's it. If you're watching this video, you've already sold clients before on website projects, then you're 80% of the way there. You just need to understand at a 10,000 foot overview what else you can do with high level, and then you need to get paid to learn. So step number 2 is you need to generate clients by starting conversations. And this is where reality check, and it's kind of like what Declan said about diet plans, is any of them will work if you'll stick to them long enough. And so organic social media is obviously something that can work. Being visible is free marketing on the internet and it works. It's probably going to bring you the warmest kinds of leads that come inbound. It does take a little bit of time, so do it and then also go do methods that are going to get you into conversations sooner. You can use paid advertising, which you can pay for speed, but this can be costly if you don't have a proven message and you're not exactly sure who you're solving and what problem you're solving. So it works, but to each their own. If you're ready for it, go. If you're not, events and in-person networking is one of the fastest ways to build trust because you get to shake their hands, right? And you get to connect with them. And a little bit of a pro tip is get into your phone, go through your phone reel and reach out to as many people as you know that own a business or are connected in your world and connected with other people and just ask them for their advice. People love sharing their advice. So ask them, who do you know that's running a business that needs better AI, automation, and maybe even a revamped website? Like start with your network. But if you don't even have any of that, you can do outreach. Direct outreach is the fastest way to get yourself into conversations with people that you can serve. And you've probably seen a lot around like cold emails, cold DMs, cold marketing. What I like to focus on, because I've been teaching this for over 6 years, is personalized video outreach and then following up. And so We have actually Declan and I have an entire video on this. So we'll link that in the description as well. And you can also, if you just comment guide, you can get this guide and you'll be able to watch that full video as well. So it goes over this literally step by step. But this is essentially what you're doing is you're getting a list of businesses you can serve. You're looking them up. You're creating something for them in AI Studio. Let me show you right now for the summer of AI, the end till the end of the summer is such a huge time because it doesn't even cost you any money to create this. With just one prompt. Declan, are we seeing this here?
Yes, amazing. Yeah, the
Cool.
platform's
So
good.
just one prompt. This is the entirety of the prompt. I found a company that is a dog grooming company that doesn't even have a website. They had a Yelp page, Instagram, Facebook, no website. It's 2026. Put in this prompt. It took less than 5 minutes. This thing came out. Look, it's got a quiz on it. How big's your dog? What kind of hair do they have? What do you need from them? Select a time. Like, this was created so quickly, and you can actually send that to a business owner and share it with them, and I've heard of people saying, "Just send that business owner a message and say, 'I built something for you.'" But I'm a little bit more of a, "Let me just put my best foot forward, show my face, show that I'm a real person, bring some empathy to this, like, encourage them that I care about them growing as a business." And especially if you can stay local, you're gonna have that connective tissue to say, like, "I care about what you're doing in our city." And then you're gonna film a video to them, and then you're gonna follow up. Email it to them, follow up with phone calls, right, etcetera. And then this is the part where I wanna go just a little bit deeper is your whole goal is not to sell them the thing that you made them in a couple of minutes, right? I'm not trying to just sell this grooming company, this little website. I'm trying to build a full system for them, and then I can actually charge for full, like, infrastructure for them instead of just a pretty page. I'm gonna connect the dots for them and build them a system. That's the opportunity here, and then the SaaS is gonna be my monthly recurring revenue. So, what I like to do is a co-discovery call, and this right here is a guide. This right here is basically talking about shifting your thinking from unstructured conversations or the perfect sales call script to an actual process of collaborative co-discovery. That was a mouthful. But I think what I mean to say is that, and Declan, you probably see this a lot, is people think about these calls as sales calls. And so they try and be super polished, have the perfect scripted questions to ask, and then after they ask all of those questions about the business, then they go back and use all their brain power to figure out what to put in a proposal. And then they pitch a proposal. And then the prospect goes, huh, okay. Well, that's a little too expensive, right? Or whatever their objection is. This changes all of that. So this is a co-discovery process, and there's a bunch of goals that come out of this. And I actually have a tool that you can use. But the idea here is when they're on Zoom with you, you open this up, right? So if I were on Zoom with this company right here, this dog grooming spa, I would have this open and I would go, look, this is the first draft of what we created for you. But I want us to walk through this process, and I'm screen sharing with them, and I'm taking notes, and I'm going, where are your current grooming clients coming from? Like, what's working for your awareness? Are you running any paid? These are questions to help you, but then you're taking notes, right? I noticed you don't even have a website. What would we want to put on a website if we were going to rebuild it, redesign it, optimize? And you're taking notes. And what this does is it helps them visualize what you're gonna build, and it gets them bought in. Like, to me, I think about automation in 3 buckets, and so I think about prospecting, what are you doing with leads? Onboarding, what are you doing when they become a customer? And then next boarding, what are you doing to either sell them something else, bring them in again, ask them for referrals, or generate reviews? And so I'm asking the business owner, I'm saying, "Oh, when someone has their first groom and they have a really good experience, do they automatically get asked for a Google review?" Because, we all look at reviews before we go to a restaurant or before we pick a dog groomer, or before we pick, a plumber, before we pick a landscaper, whatever it is. And then you're just typing it with them. And you go, "Well, what if we did, like, after first visit, we did a automatic request for review," right? Review request. Automatic, right? An automated review request. And then what happens is they go, "Oh, that's awesome. We also have a 10% off referral fee. Can we add that?" Good. Yeah, we're gonna let them know that if they refer a friend, they're gonna get 10% off. Let's put that in an email. And then I go, "Oh, and did you know that AI can actually automatically respond to those reviews?" And you can see what's happening is as I'm talking through with them about what is possible, they're also brainstorming. And guess what these end up doing? These end up becoming the part of your proposal scope. So you can see here this button like generate a scope of work. We're pulling in all of the notes, right? And we are using AI to generate this scope of work. We're pulling in the notes and we're adding it in along the tasks. So does that make sense, Declan? Like in terms of how we're approaching this?
Yes, 100%. I completely get it, and I actually like it that you're telling them not to go in and just hammer them with a sales pitch because everyone's so freaking tired of that at this point.
Yeah. Well, and I think what I've heard too and come to discover is when you're so focused on the sale, you're really not asking enough questions of what they genuinely want. Now, this is like one of many business models, but this will work for you if you're selling high ticket. If you want to close a high ticket proposal, this is how we close all of our deals is we co-discover the scope with them. And then when the scope, literally from the screen share of that experience together on a call, when this scope becomes part of the proposal, they're already bought in. So I have this guide here. I have this guide here on the winning proposal template, and I actually wanted to share with you a redacted proposal of what I actually use. This is inside of high level platform because, if you click around and you got your 10,000-foot view, you'll understand that in high level, you can also collect payments. You can send documents and contracts for digital signature. All of this happens in one place. And so here is a redacted version of what this proposal looks like. And, comment proposal below if you want a copy of this because you can put it into your own high level account. Okay, some stuff on top to give some context, but it's the scope. And after doing this for over a decade, I have actually, when we've closed deals where they went and got multiple requests for proposal, I've actually along the way had clients show me the proposals from other agencies. And typically they're a glorified PowerPoint deck.
Yeah, yeah.
Like glossy and pretty, but they don't have any scope details. It's like on slide 6, there's like 2 sentences on what they're gonna deliver. I mean, I'm talking about like how many calls are we having? How long are those calls? If we're building stuff, what are we doing? If we're designing landing pages, how many pages are we building? Are we building a chat with like and then down to the automation. Here's what we're building here, right? We're building opportunity pipelines, 2 pipelines with 7 or less stages. How did we discover this? Through the co-discovery process. Is this too small?
No, I can see it.
Okay, that's probably better. Automation. How do we discover this automation? We went through the co-discovery process. We clicked across like the 3 things that they could do better to onboard, like to prospect, to onboard, and to next board. And you can see we literally wrote these down. Now we didn't know exactly which messages, but we put some scope on this, right? Like scope creep is real. And
Yeah.
if you're not careful, it'll catch up with you, especially in these high ticket build scenarios. Marketing and visibility. What did we want to do for them? Keyword campaign, integrate. This is where I said, like this right here, I said, we're going to do a keyword campaign. Guess what? I had never actually built one before, but I knew at a 10,000-foot view that this was possible in high level. So I got paid to build it. And that's what I want for you watching this video, because that is absolutely what you should be doing. Calendar, like what are we doing? We're building one calendar. We're replacing Acuity. We're building 3 simple questions on that calendar. We're gonna sync it with the company's Google Calendar. Like, when you get granular with this, that's when they see, right? We're gonna create a document for them to get their contracts signed to replace a different tool that they were using. We're gonna integrate it for Stripe or PayPal, create digital invoicing, right? Project timeline. This is how you can put a larger price point on these projects. And I call this redacted because this was legitimately signed. This client chose the 4 monthly payments, so you do the math, but this was a little over 13,000.
It's insane.
And this is the separate software fee. So project fee, 12.5, a little bit more if they're going to pay over 4 monthly installments. Software fees, completely separate, 247 a month. build separately, right? What does it include? It includes all these things, but guess what? You also have to pay for your wallet billing. I'll include another video in the guide, so comment below if you want that, because I'll include one that actually explains how you position wallet rebilling to the client as you onboard them onto high level. It's ways for you to have confidence around it so they don't just feel like they're being nickeled and dimed. And then the tools that they can cancel. So here were all the tools they could cancel that reminded them, like, we need software anyway. We're already paying for software. And so we're going to pay for the project fee to build out what we co-discovered and like decided on together. And then we're going to pay separately for the software. And then we're going to cancel all these other bills. At the bottom of this is just the independent contractor agreement. All these, the rest of these pages are just our independent contractor agreement and then a signature at the bottom. And this was legitimately a project that we did, we started, we launched, and this company is now doing six-figure months inside of their system in high level. And
Amazing.
all their whole staff uses the high level phone app. So and they're thrilled because they actually were kind of writing things down on post-it notes before they really had a complete system because they had so many different places to log into for their team and their staff. So that is what I wanted to share on basically the process of getting those clients. So here I am, I've got this proposal for signature. And what most people will do is they will just send a link, right? You could book a call with them and review it in person. That's another really good way to close the deal because this is high ticket. It's a relationship driven industry. And so you could get on Zoom with them and close it. But you're talking about 30 or 45 minutes of your time again with that client to close it by reviewing the proposal, and you cannot put pressure on them to sign it in that moment. So literally all you're doing is just basically reframing their mind, getting them excited about this, and then it's going to get signed after you get off of that call. If you want to bypass that, what you need to do is you need to actually send a video with your proposal. So remember how you sent a video initially to get them onto the co-discovery call? You send a video now with this proposal, and you put the video in your email, and you do some things to price anchor and remind them what you co-discovered, remind them the outcome of what's going to happen for their business when this whole thing is built.
I hope you're enjoying this amazing video with me and Paige. If you guys have any questions, please drop them down in the comments down below. But if you want to get access to the community me and Paige are talking about and all these amazing templates and all this stuff, well, I have something amazing for you. And that is a free trial of High Level plus all of my bonuses completely for free. Yes, that is not a mishearing. They are completely for free. Check this out. So when you sign up with my 30-day free trial of High Level down below, which is not a 14-day, it's an exclusive 30-day, I'm going to give you access to all of my bonuses for free to help you on this journey. Now, you might be like, why is he giving away so much stuff? It's because High Level pays me, not you, for me to help you use their software and succeed with it. That's how I can give you so much stuff for free. I'm talking an entire private community full of winners. I'm talking every single training I've ever put out, systems to help you get clients, snapshots, sales scripts, AI prompts, everything to help you build websites super fast. All this kind of stuff me and Paige are talking about, all in here, and it is free. But most importantly, you get access to up to 7 live coaching calls, even more per week for free. Yes, I said it, for free. I'm talking even ones with me. You can talk to the wizard himself. Okay, we got all kinds of calls, help getting clients, help with sales, how to get clients advanced, okay, how to learn Go High Level, how to get help with Go High Level, how to build high level systems. Guys, all of this is free, and these are calls you can attend. Yes, you can hop on and attend these for free. You can even message me whenever you want up in this right-hand corner, and it's all free. And again, the reason I can do all this is because High Level is paying me for you to help use their software. So my whole goal is like, let you in, okay? Give you 30 days of the software free. By the way, it's very inexpensive after that, and this will always be free to this community. But that way I can give you the handholding to help you potentially make money with it. Okay, that's why this is such an amazing deal, is unlike these other gurus online are saying, hey, buy my 10K course, buy this, buy that, which as you know, never really leads anywhere. I'm different. I'm like, hey, I've actually done this. Let me just walk you through this. And if you don't like it, you can cancel. No risk. If you hate it and you're like, yo, I don't like this software, I think High Level's stupid, leave. No bad blood. But if you like it, which I think you will, and you love this community, stay in for free. So that's my entire goal, guys. All of this is free, and all the stuff me and Paige are talking about, and it is right down in that 30-day free trial link right down below. Thanks for watching. And if you're interested, go sign up.
So I hope that makes sense because that video then becomes the thing that they click on. And most business owners, when they receive a proposal, what they'll do is they'll click on the proposal link and they'll scroll to the part where the price tag is on it and they barely read and they kind of skim it and they'll scroll and then they'll go, "Oh, okay." And then they'll close it out and then maybe they'll come back to it later and you get crickets, right? So instead of putting the link to the proposal in the email, you put a link to a video. That video then builds more trust, shows your empathy, reminds them of the outcome, right? So for example, this was a little over 13,000, but I knew what their average ticket price was for their customers. So I was able to say that in that video, right? With just a couple of customers, the system's going to pay for itself. And then this system is infinitely expandable. This is just for us. This is just phase one, right? So after phase one, then, you're going to be able to build even more and expand the system. Like this is going to be good for you guys. And then underneath the video on the actual video we send is the link for them to sign. So that way our call to action on that video is all you need to do is sign it. Another pro tip, if you want people to sign something and you want people to have confidence doing the thing that you're telling them to do, tell them what's going to happen after they do it. So I'll say, so I'm really excited to kick this project off. We're really incredibly pumped up to build this for you, right? And then I'll say, what you need to do next is click the button below, review and sign the agreement. As soon as you sign it, you let me know the payment option you want. I'll go ahead and send off an initial invoice. And then I'm going to get started in the background. We're going to create our client portal so that we can actually manage the work and you see all the tasks happening. I look forward to getting started. So now you've taken the mystery away of what happens after I sign this, and you've already started to position in their mind the fact that you are kicking off this project. So just pro tip, FYI. And then we go about setting up their actual client portal. If you want more on what to say on all these videos and stuff, there's more resources here. But let me show you what we do next is now we are using step 3 is we're using AI to fulfill the work. And I should say, we're also organizing the work. We're also organizing the work in a template. Let me zoom out so you can actually see this. So we get the client in here, and this is pro tip for eliminating scope creep, is obviously this is a template. And these show if you're doing stuff like a website, this shows you all of the things that you want to consider and in high level. So if, for example, you're doing AI agents in high level or documents and invoicing in high level, it's got all the subtasks. And this is my advice for you on scope creep is you'll delete anything you don't need. You can make a copy of this, but you basically you're doing the project and they're like, "Oh, that is so cool. What if we did XYZ?" Right? Because it happens all the time. And you're mid-project and they're asking you for 6 different things. That's what this is, phase 1. So that's where we go, great new idea. We're gonna build this. Here's the task we're gonna build. This is an awesome new idea. Oh, that's phase 2, right? This is how I have some clients that are on phase 5 or phase 6. And then all of this links back to because we were so specific in the proposal, they know exactly what we planned to build and what they paid for. Now they're seeing it again and they're seeing the progress on it being completed. And so any new ideas, it's like, oh yeah, that was outside of scope. And you start training your clients to understand okay, I'll get you pricing on that, right? You want to do that now or do you want to do that after we launch? You can start to have those kinds of. And so that's how that works and how we're doing it. And then here's where we're moving to now is okay. Now what we're doing is we're using AI to fulfill the work. And this is the cool part because when we built that custom system for that proposal I showed you and for all of our clients, I'd say the last couple of years, is we really mapped it out and then we went into the system and we built. A lot of people want the perfect dialed in snapshot, but sometimes it's $15,000, $20,000 project is truly custom and you don't want to be fumbling around with some snapshot trying to make it work when you actually just build it from scratch. So it actually needs to just click. But here is the insane opportunity right now is to actually use AI to give you the roadmap and the prompts to put into high levels HL native AI in order to build things. So if it's cool with you, I want to talk about what that means. So inside of high level, let's open it up again. If we were going to work on building this company, right? There's things like custom fields and custom values. There's resources all over the internet for you to understand like how these things operate. But we would build all of these out piece by piece. And then we would come into the opportunity boards and we would build this opportunity and set the pipeline stages, etc. But High Level has launched a series of AI tools that will do the work for you. I don't know if you knew this, but this Ask AI feature, you can ask it to build out all of your custom fields, build out all of your custom values, organize them into folders, build out your pipelines,
Can
build
do everything.
and then there is some handoff of where you might need to take something next. You can go, okay. And also, we are building a nurture sequence for their prospects. Here's the copy for it. That copy was created by AI too. And there's a whole nother tool for AI workflow builder. So you go into the automation and instead of, right, if you create this workflow and you build from scratch, instead of when we used to have to literally go, okay, send email, wait step, send email, do this, we bring in a prompt into here and then you watch it being built. It builds out all of the steps while you are sitting there watching. And so that is the future of where we're heading is basically you are the architect overseeing the AI that is doing 80% of the work and you're the 20% like human brain in the loop. And it is the ability to speed you up and move faster, right? So that's what we're doing. And then we've got the AI studio, which is its entire like whole beast of a product when inside of High Level. We've got AI studio, we've got AI agents, right? And so each of these, what you're doing when you set up that client, let me share one more quick thing on that is what you're doing when you set up that client is you're also creating a knowledge base for the client. So these are like steps one in phase one is to have AI start to create these knowledge base documents that you can use as context, including the call recording of your co-discovery call where you had outlined all of the actual scope of the project. And then this is what starts to allow AI to do the work and the heavy lifting on your behalf. So hopefully, is this clear, Declan? I don't want to be confusing.
No, it's very clear. It's very clear. And guys, remember, if you have any questions at all during this video, just drop them in the comments down below and we'll get you taken care of.
Yes, please do, because I know that this can feel big. And so I want to kind of share a few things here. Step four, after you build this, after you use AI to speed you up, right, is you're going to actually collect the recurring software revenue for that client. So now you're onboarding them into their high level account and you're collecting that monthly payment on High Level. You can choose to upsell them, right? Like you're going to onboard them onto High Level. Like we typically launch the project first and then we onboard them into their account and set up their billing on file because yes, the project is maybe, $15,000 and then it's going to be, $297 a month or whatnot for the software. We actually don't charge them $297 from day one. We get the project launched and then we set up their rebilling for the software. I just think it's the right way to go so that really they've already paid their project fee and then now they're paying the software fee that hosts it. And then you can upsell them into other phases. This is totally your call. But we've had clients, once they realize that I stepped into an architect role and my team and I know what their business is all about, then they go, oh, well, can you do this? And then you get to decide based on your lifestyle if you want to step into ongoing services or if you want to refer them out. There's a lot of really cool tools you can use, but there are entire companies that are built around connecting certified high level VAs with you if you want to also then share that with your clients and allow them to keep continuing to build with people who understand high level. So you don't have to do everything by yourself. And then rinse and repeat. And this is the part where, like, from a mindset perspective, I really want to share at this point in this video. One thing that I think really stops people in their tracks sometimes is thinking that they have to niche down before they get started or thinking that it has to be perfectly automated for scale. I believe if you look across some of the top people in the industry, and Declan, you tell me your opinion on this, but I believe a lot of people just got started. They started in this messy area of custom. They did it and they made high profit margin, and then they decided to niche down, scale down, like limit the scope. But if you need to go get a client, like if building momentum should be your number one thing, don't let all of that stop you. What do you think, Declan?
Agreed. Yeah, I think people are just overthink all of it.
100%. And I think let's talk about overthinking for a second because even this massive opportunity with selling voice I think people overthink that.
They overthink everything.
Like they're calling up a business and going, you need AI to answer your phone calls, right? And let me give you an example of one. Remember Blade revenue and wallet rebilling? One of the clients were, and we have only a small, tiny bit of rebilling profit markup on it. But our little Blade revenue from one client that's using voice AI pays for a number of the bills in my life and in our business. And the reason why we were able to bring voice AI to them was off of a very simple question. And that's where we have to remember, just go simple and just go ask businesses what they need. I said, "What happens when your phone rings?" And then I shut my mouth and I listened. And the company said, "Well, our staff is answering about 20 or 30 calls a day that are spam calls, and it's wasting our time." And then I thought, "Cha-ching. Let's build an AI agent that answers the phone, and their number one goal is to filter spam callers. Number two goal is to figure out if it's a current client and it needs to be transferred to the team and transfer the call. And number three goal is to, if it's a total prospect calling in with questions, is book them automatically on the calendar for a consult." This client is thrilled because it's booking consults, it's avoiding the spam calls, right? It's transferring the people that need to get transferred, and we're now watching the logs of people calling in, and some people are just getting their answers answered by AI because of the knowledge base document it's tapping into. And all of that, like, by the time we got the full project done, building that voice AI agent just to solve that problem that then solved more, that gets them bought in for years and years and years. So the idea of churn for this business is probably nil. And the actual building of the AI agent using AI to speed us up was probably a 20-minute task. So that's where I'm like,
Right.
this opportunity is huge. And just remember to keep it simple and take massive imperfect action. Yeah, please. It means a lot. Doing a lot of small steps repeatedly. They're not perfect, but you just need to move forward because I cannot tell you the number of people that jump into one of my community calls and they're asking a very highly technical question. And I'm asking, how many conversations have you had this week? Like, that is the number one thing you need to do if you're looking to get the next client. But yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you definitely because I think sometimes people catch maybe a glimpse of what's possible, but then they don't realize like the whole ecosystem and how they can grow. And this has been life changing for me. And I just want to share it with as many people as possible.
Oh, I love it. And I wanted to say thanks again for coming, Paige. And I think what I really love about having people like you on my channel is that you bring a wealth of actual experience. Because a lot of people online, they're kind of playing dress up, they're LARPing, they're not actually doing what they say. That's a lot of people in this industry, but me and you, we actually do these things. We've done it. We're in the trenches. So I think it brings a better a layer of discernment and you give people a better kind of strategy, which is what we're doing to you guys right now, which I think really helps. And we see this just like in my community and yours, our people win more than anyone else's because we've actually done it and we're giving them the best way to get there. So, no, I love it. Guys, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. We'll get taken care of. But Paige, thank you again for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, again, drop them in the comments and I will answer personally. If you are interested in high level, go down below, check out that link. But what I want to do now is I want to link a video at the end of this video that's actually going to show you what you get when you join my community, but like real people saying real things. Because I can yap all day. I can just keep going, oh, this is so amazing. But like, I actually want to show you why this is good and show you real people and what they're saying about this community. Also, showing you how these bonuses work and really that it is free. And there's no upsells behind the curtain, as they say. So again, if that interests you, I really think you should watch the video that's about to pop up because it could change everything for you. And if you click the link down below, you'll see the testimonials. And again, in this video, it's going to walk you through all of that so you can see that this is actually legit, who I am and who I've helped. So thanks again for watching and watch the video that pops up right now.